We have to talk. It is pretty early right now. I haven't like showered and everything. Whatever. I'm going to after I film this video. But something happened yesterday in my music making journey that I need to talk to you guys about. Real quick, I actually need to put a reminder for something. Hey Siri, remind me to reach out to Spectrasonics to see if I can get an upgrade to Omnisphere 3.
Okay, I added it.
All right, so if you've been following along this journey lately, you'd know that I have a love-hate relationship with Ableton. And I've been sort of exploring other ways of making music lately because I felt like there were a lot of issues I had with the music making process as it pertains to what I thought to be music making on a computer or on a laptop. And I wasn't sure if that was the case with other DAWs, so I was kind of curious to like start experimenting and, try out maybe Logic. I downloaded Bitwig, et cetera, et cetera. But the thought was that there are obviously MIDI keyboards that interface super well with Ableton, Novation Launchkey being one of them. And I bought the 25 key, full-size keys, and it's right downstairs. When it came in, the size of the keyboard itself was a little thicker than I thought, a little wider, a little deeper, just bigger all around. And from my view, the thought was like, all right, I need something mobile. I can't have anything that's too big because that kind of it's not what I'm used to. And I do a lot of music, most of my music when I'm at coffee shops and stuff, right? So I was still going to use that and still bring it with me and use it at home and check out this built-in sequencer and all those things. But I was going to do it last night, actually. But while filming a video for that product, I started thinking about, like, I've been making a lot of strides in Ableton, understanding how to use the platform a little bit better, even without a dedicated, MIDI controller / keyboard that interfaces super well. And then I just thought, Ableton Move. I own one. I don't use it that much as a hardware standalone piece of hardware, for various reasons. I've used it, but I don't use it that much. I've been using it a little bit more like connected to my digital piano. I thought it was a fantastic companion for that. We talked about it doesn't have MIDI, sustained MIDI on there and stuff like that. So yet, I should say. So when it gets that, I feel like that's going to be a huge deal. But it kind of was just in limbo. I wasn't sure about Ableton Move. I was like, I really like it, but I love the updates that are coming. But like, is there a real true use case for it for me? And yesterday I found it. So this bag is going to pretty much come with me everywhere. Let's take a look at what's in this bag. I don't have these headphones in it yet, but these headphones are III's USB-C. They also have just a regular headphone version of them, but I got the USB-C one. I might hit them up for one of the headphone versions too, just because these are really, really, really good. They have a microphone in them, right? And they're USB-C and they just work super well. I have to figure out how to transport them a little bit better, but they're fantastic headphones. I love them. Big fan. So yeah, I got to figure out like a case for them or something like that. But here's the big takeaway. So I've used the Move as an Ableton controller in the past. I've used it before, and it worked well. I didn't spend a lot of time with it. I liked the way that it interfaced. I was like, okay, this is pretty nice. This is good. But in my mind, I need a keyboard. I need a keyboard layout. If it doesn't have a keyboard layout, then I'm shooting myself in the foot for music making because that's what I prefer. I like keyboard. I like that. Okay. Ableton Move doesn't have a keyboard layout on it yet. Maybe eventually it'll get that. And the idea of having a Move and another MIDI controller connected together, is that too many devices? Is it too much? Maybe. To me, that all depends on what keyboard we're talking about. I have about 6 small MIDI keyboards. One of them, I believe, is the perfect one for the setup that I've been seeking. And that one is, you guessed it, this. This tiny, teeny little keyboard is around the same, whatever, length this way as the Move. So I'm going to show you how I had this set up yesterday and just give you guys a rundown. And of course, the Ableton Move, and then 2 USB-C cables, one slightly longer than the other. So I'm going to grab both of these cables and show you kind of what we got going on here. So this is, and I'm going to bring this out to a coffee shop today to keep the vibes going, right? That's what's going to happen. But the left side of my MacBook has 2 USB-C ports on it. So I'm going to plug in, can we see that? So yeah, 2 USB-C ports. So I would plug in one there and then plug in the other one, the slightly longer one. And I don't know, I may or may not keep this. This one's kind of, I don't know, actually. I might actually, just for today, let's actually use one that's a little bit more flexible and not as taut. Is that the right word? So we're going to plug this white one in here. And I'm pretty sure it came with an old Pixel phone that I had when I used to work at Verizon. I think that's the origin of this cable. Don't know if I love the white and the black like this. I mean, you know, cable color. But whatever. So here's what we got. I'm going to turn this on. I think it boots up maybe in the last mode that it's been in. I'm not sure. Or I think I might have to put it into the correct mode, I think, actually. So let's see. All right, so let's minimize all this stuff. So we're going to go into Ableton. It says connect with USB-C. All right, so we're just so I think it actually might boot up in the proper mode actually. So that's cool. So really quick, what I've done here is I've created a template in Ableton, and this, or default template, and this default template is for Omnisphere tracks. It's whatever. It's for Omnisphere tracks. Okay, cool. So let's kind of go through why this is such a big deal. Okay, a few things. First of all, I can just kind of this is the main thing, right? I can just be in this screen here and I can arm tracks now by just pressing these buttons, right? That's big. No longer do I need to do this with the mouse and click. Well, you can't kind of see it, but I mean, it's whatever. It's a lot of garbage over there too. Sorry. I was just excited to film this. All right. Anyway, yes, you can arm tracks with these buttons here, right? You can stop tracks from playing with the button right next to it. So, for example, what we have here is I'm arming this track, right? I'm arming it with that button, and I can hit this button here right next to it, and it stops the first track. This arms the second track, and obviously these are all recording, right? These are like start recording sort of thing right here. So if I hit play on my Move and turn on metronome, there's so much to share, but I'm gonna try to capture as much as I can. So this I still need to do. I still need to come in here and shuffle. So for example, if I didn't want to hit the record button, capture is on here, obviously, and that works so well. So I'm like counting in my head for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna hit capture, and it's gonna take that, just like that. Well, it actually took just the one, but it's fine, because here's the other thing. It has all 4 of them, but it's only looping that one. All right, well, without having to touch anything here, I can come in on my Move, I can hit this button, and this is showing you that there's a loop happening at this point. But what if I wanted the loop happening all the way through? Press the first and the last one together, and now it's looping all of them. So let's pause. All right, so that's thing number 1. Now I'm just, again, I'm just so excited. This is just, everything works so well If I go to roar, for example, okay, so now we're at roar. We have different things that we may want to have this control, these knobs. So if I go into here, as you can see, if I turn this knob, it goes from Omnisphere, but you can't really control anything with Omnisphere. Or although the next level is going to be to maybe assign a group to my Omnisphere plugin so that these can actually control something. So I'm going to explore that a little bit more. But for now, this lets you go to roar and lets you control roar, right? Again, not having to touch anything, but I can just go from different devices. That's so nice. So if I hit play, oh man, this is gonna be so good. All right, so that's that. Obviously, let's go into, I guess, a project that I was working on. Alexander, don't save. So now we have a new project that I was working on yesterday. So going into session mode, and let's see. I want to, I guess, stop everything, and I want to just play in some scenes or some clips. So tap it, and it's playing the clip now. No longer having to click that tiny little, this was not fun. Using my mouse to have to click this? No way. No way. Right? All right, so that was obviously another thing. You have undo on here. You have quantize on here. I'm honestly just so excited. I feel like right now things have finally clicked. And there was something I read a while ago on Reddit about Ableton, and someone talked about how it took him or her a long time to figure out how to have fun in Ableton and how to use it, and then all of a sudden something clicked. And I feel like that's where we're at right now. I feel like the workflow is going to be so nice with this new setup. Again, there's really no concessions that I'm making, and I feel like there's even going to be more things that are going to come in the future. Like, for example, I would be utterly surprised if the jog wheel on the Move doesn't get a feature that lets you navigate presets like you would navigate presets right on the Move itself. But, obviously live presets. So I feel like that is something that we probably would be getting. I feel like when or if we get a keyboard layout on Move, I was going to say I could potentially, and so here's the thing. I was going to say I could potentially see myself not using the Keith McMillan, but obviously that keyboard wouldn't be as good as the Keith McMillan keyboard. And then the other thing is when I'm on Move, for the most part, I'm in this session view mode, and I'm launching, starting recording and stuff this way, and arming tracks and stuff this way. So if this had a keyboard layout, that actually may not matter or help me that much, because I would need to, I guess, really be not as much in the other mode. I would have to hit this record button and capture button, which again, that's fine, right? You have two options to record on here too. So just overall, extremely excited. Yes, this is a sticker my daughter gave me, in case you were wondering what that is. It's not a emblem or a logo on my shirt or anything. But yeah, it's just really exciting. So for me, thinking about like yesterday, I was spending some time in arrangement view and getting a little bit more comfortable in arrangement view and understanding that there's so much to learn there, and there's a lot of fun that can be had, with turning your beats ideas into full, more full-fledged songs. I was having fun exploring the built-in Ableton effects. It's just there's a lot that I'm just excited about with this. So yeah, definitely wanted to share that with you guys. And maybe if you own a Move and you haven't used it yet as a controller, I highly suggest checking it out, because I didn't even give the Launchkey the time of day. Honestly, I bought it. I did a video that I'll probably do like a members only video, because I don't think it's as relevant right now, but you can see the enthusiasm in that video just about how excited I was about it. Um, you could, and this is all part of the journey, right? I'm going to probably make this another video, a members only one too, or maybe I'll do it public. I'm not sure, but it was one about me in the car one morning, the morning after downloading and using Bitwig, and just being so excited about it. And that's what resulted in me doing the live stream that I was going to be, exploring Bitwig. And folks on there said, no, rock with Ableton, use it more. Like, don't give up on this platform, because there's a reason that it is what it is. There's a reason for it. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I don't want to ramble anymore. I'm gonna pack this stuff up. I'm gonna go take a shower. Have a little bit of work to do today, and I'll probably be doing a live stream at some point. Kind of talking to you guys a little bit about this. But this is really fun. I mean, just having this awareness, and I talked about it yesterday, and now that I'm in this space where I feel so energized to create creatively, I'm starting to think a little bit more about how do I put this stuff that I'm doing, this music, how do I put it into overdrive in terms of, like, really, I mean, truth be told, making money from my music and making good money from it and my content, like really, really doing more with this. I don't know what that means exactly yet. If that's sample packs, if that's chord packs, there's a lot of different directions. But either way, I'm very excited for it. And it's been really fun chronicling this journey, especially in more casual settings like this. It's been really fun. It's been really fun interacting with you guys, who join the live streams and who comment on the videos and stuff. And yeah, it's feeling good. So I appreciate the support, and I'm excited to go make some music today. And that's what it's all about for us creators. Have a good one.